All right, now, Daniel, it's important to understand why you need to get to this position that Ken Griffey Jr. is in. Okay, so what we're going to do here is talk about why it's so important to get athletic at the end of your stride and load those hands up so that this shoulder is slightly turned inward. We're going to see what the results are. Ultimately, it creates more power and it helps you stay on the ball longer. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how on the left-hand side in August, you were flying open on things and you were losing power. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to show Griffey how he stays on the ball longer, and as a result, he's going to get greater power. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you improve with this just by getting to this position right here. Okay, so you can see Griffey at the end of his stride. So here's in his stance. Takes his stride, loads his hands back. And right here, he's able to get that slight inward turn, hands back, in an athletic position. Now, this is important because this makes sure that this shoulder doesn't fly too early. You'll see as he goes to swing, you'll see here the hips are opening up, but the shoulder stays on the ball. And that allows him to hit all pitches to all fields. So you'll see the hips continue to open, shoulder stays on the ball. And this is so important because it keeps your core closed up. So when you're ready to make contact, all this power in the core here will fly open and unleash on the ball. Okay? So again, the hips continue to open. And when you get right to this position right here, this is what I call bat lag, all right? You'll notice that the hips continue to open up right here, right? But look at where the shoulder is. Locked on. And so right before the point of contact, he's still got this torso closed up so that when he goes to unload it, boom, he gets all that core into the pitch. And so if you look here, shoulder on the ball, hips open, and that's a result of getting to this position when his front foot lands. Okay, now if you look over here with you on the left, again, back in August, we didn't really have a good load or a good athletic position, so when you get to this bat lag, you're going to see here your hips open, which is great, but the shoulder flies out with it. So when you get to that same position that Griffey's in here, I want you to notice the difference. Look at, here's your hips all opened up, which is good, but also the shoulder is opened up, which is bad because you're losing all the power from your core. Look at the difference in the intersection of these lines. You see how much more is closed for Griffey? You see how much more is opened up for you? And as a result, you're not going to get a whole lot of power from your core when you make contact. Okay, so again, take a look here. Now, the good news is, when we worked on this today, just getting to a better loaded position with our hands, you're going to notice a big difference. So I'm going to pull up today's video. We'll pull it up right here on the right-hand side. We'll get you to your stride position right here. And we'll get you to that bat lag, which is right here. And you're going to see your hips are opened up, which is great, but that shoulder stays on the ball for a longer period of time. Look at the difference in the line intersections. Way more closed. Here, that shoulder flew open. And as a result, because you stayed on the ball longer, you're able to hit this pitch right up the middle. You can see right there the ball drove right up the middle. Let me get a circle here. There it is. And again, that's the result of you staying on it longer with your upper half. Now this one, because you've opened everything up, your bat kind of slices across the zone, and a pitch that's down the middle for you, back in August, you're hitting a little weak flare, and you can see the trajectory of the ball right here. A little weak flare. It's probably going to be a pop-out to the left fielder because you had opened everything up so early. So again, now we're going to put Griffey back up here. And we're going to take a look at you guys, how you're so much more similar now just because you got to a better loaded position with the upper half. See Griffey here? Those hips are open. But like I said before, that shoulder stays locked on. And what I'm going to do now is you guys are in that same position. We're just going to play these simultaneously so you can see this upper half unload on the ball. You'll see this upper half unload on the ball. And as the result, both of you guys hit it up the middle for a base hit. Again, we'll go back so you can see it again. which is great stuff. And again, this is happening all because of this position right here. So again, third video in a row where I'm saying huge props to you for being athletic enough and smart enough to figure it out in that quick of a time period.